My beloved child, listen carefully, don't skip this message, because something profoundly quiet and powerful has just occurred in the fabric of your life. There is a reason your heart has been feeling uniquely settled yet strangely alert over the past few days. There is a reason the noise of your old worries has started to sound distant, a reason old attachments no longer pull at you with the same intensity, and a reason you feel an unmistakable weight lifting off your chest. You are not imagining this shift. Somewhere out in the world, far beyond your sight but entirely within your destiny, your soulmate has finally made the biggest choice of their life. They have walked away from the hesitation, the fear, and the lingering distractions that kept them from stepping into their full maturity. They have chosen clarity over confusion, depth over surface, and the quiet truth of real devotion over the noisy illusions of the world. And this profound decision was not made out of desperation or panic. It was made because they realized that their next chapter required a whole, honest heart, a heart ready to meet yours. For a long time, the world may have tried to convince you that love is measured by grand, theatrical gestures, sweeping promises, or external status. You may have been surrounded by people who chased the shine of quick fixes, surface appearances, and superficial charm, only to be left empty when the noise faded. But your soulmate's major choice was not about fulfilling a public performance or putting on a show for the world. It was an internal shift of character. They chose to strip away the masks they used to wear to protect themselves from being hurt. They chose to close doors on casual connections, half-hearted dynamics, and shallow validation that no longer served their highest good. In making this monumental decision, they aligned their character with the kind of love that actually lasts. They realized that true abundance is not found in how many eyes are watching you, but in whose spirit feels like home when the world falls quiet. And because they did the hard work of choosing depth, they are now prepared to meet you with a presence that is steady, grounded, and entirely real. For many years, you may have found yourself settling for far less than what your soul truly deserved. Perhaps you became accustomed to accepting breadcrumbs of attention, waiting endlessly for messages that made you question your worth, or navigating relationships where you felt like you were constantly competing for a place in someone's life. Perhaps you learned to adapt to emotional games, telling yourself that if you just changed your personality, worked harder, or gave more of yourself, you could earn the consistency you desperately craved. You may have worn yourself out trying to perform for people who were never capable of seeing the real you. But your soulmate's recent decision marks the absolute end of that painful cycle. They did not make their choice so that you would have to keep proving yourself. They made it so that you could finally stop performing. When your paths cross, you will not have to alter your truth, hide your vulnerability, or shrink your voice. Instead of confusion, there will be a clear and quiet certainty. Instead of emotional games, there will be an unwavering intention. Instead of feeling like an option, you will experience the relief of being chosen completely and without reservation. This shift will not arrive with thunderous drama or overwhelming chaos. It will enter your reality quietly, naturally, and during ordinary moments when you least expect it. It could be through a quiet professional setting, a chance introduction during a routine day, an unexpected conversation that lingers longer than intended, or a subtle decision to attend an event you almost skipped. You may not even realize the full importance of the moment as it begins. But as the interaction unfolds, you will notice something vastly different about their energy. You will feel a profound sense of emotional safety, a rare softness that invites you to breathe deeply and put down your defenses. You will not feel the urge to decode their actions or analyze their words, because their behavior will match their intentions with steady, calm consistency. As this person enters your daily experience, you must engage your highest sense of wisdom and discernment. Look past the surface allure, the charm, and the worldly achievements, and look directly into the foundation of their character. Watch how they treat people who can do nothing for them. Notice how they respond when things do not go according to plan, and observe whether their presence brings peace or disturbance to your space. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot cultivate loyalty. Success can open impressive doors, but it cannot build emotional maturity. Your true blessing will not merely be someone who has built a successful life, but someone who carries honor, respect, and deep compassion in their heart. Someone who sits across from you and listens to your thoughts without checking the clock. Someone who remembers the delicate details you shared in confidence and respects your boundaries without hesitation. Someone who sees your gentleness not as weakness, but as the most precious gift you possess. You will come to understand that this person's major choice involved a profound letting go. They had to surrender old fears of intimacy, release outdated ideas of what love should look like, and step away from environments where emotional distance was treated as power. Around you, their public armor will dissolve effortlessly. In your presence, they will allow themselves to be fully seen, vulnerable, and restful. Beneath their confidence, there may have been a quiet fatigue. A long season of feeling misunderstood or valued only for what they could produce or provide. When they realize that you are interested in their soul, their peace, and their humanity rather than what they can offer on paper, something deep within them will settle into absolute peace. They will recognize that the major choice they made in their past was the very bridge that brought them directly to your heart. This connection will deepen rapidly not because of frantic energy or forced momentum, but because both of you are coming together from a place of spiritual authenticity. They are used to a world where people trade parts of themselves for temporary approval, but in you, they will find someone who stands rooted in genuine truth. You will bring a calm clarity to their life without ever trying to control them. You will make them laugh with an ease they have not felt in years. You will become the sacred harbor where they no longer feel the need to defend themselves or prove their worth. And that kind of authentic emotional safety is more valuable than any worldly recognition or material luxury. As the days turn into weeks, you will see the evidence of their choice reflected in the tangible structure of your shared life. It will show in the deliberate ways they create room for you in their schedule, the unprompted ways they include you in their long-term plans, and the calm naturalness with which they speak about the future using the word "we." They will ask about your deepest dreams, your unfinished projects, your old wounds, and the things that bring you quiet joy. You will realize with absolute clarity that this person did not arrive to pass through your life as another lesson in disappointment. They arrived to take a permanent place beside you as a true partner. Yet, as this new reality settles around you, you may experience one final internal test. A quiet voice from your past may attempt to whisper doubt into your heart. You may feel tempted to compare this healthy, steady presence with the chaotic dynamics you grew used to surviving. You may find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop, wondering if peace is merely an illusion before another storm. Do not allow the wounds of your past to dictate the promises of your future. Do not punish a genuine person for the actions of those who did not know how to love you. Give yourself full permission to accept a healthy dynamic. Understand that peace is not the absence of passion, it is the presence of safety. Mature love provides the room you need to communicate clearly, heal deeply, and grow without fear. This connection will also expand the vision you have for your own life. You will come to see that you spent far too many years thinking small simply because you were trying to survive in environments that could not handle your full capacity. But your soulmate's presence will act as a quiet catalyst. They will encourage your ambitions, celebrate your unique creative talents, and support your personal evolution with genuine pride. They will ask you what you would pursue if fear were completely removed from your heart. Their arrival will not lessen your personal strength or swallow your identity, it will elevate your courage and inspire you to step fully into your purpose. Remember this foundational truth with every fiber of your being: your worth was never defined by whether someone chose you or failed to choose you in the past. You were complete long before this message reached your ears. You were worthy before anyone ever recognized your value, and you remain whole in your own right today. The purpose of this shift is not to fix a broken life, but to join two complete individuals who have both chosen truth over illusion. Never lower your standards to satisfy someone else's hesitation. If real love is entering your experience, let it be measured by trust, absolute respect, effortless laughter, unwavering loyalty, and quiet alignment. Something subtle and divine is aligning right now to bring this physical connection into full focus. You may notice small, undeniable synchronicities, a sudden sense of calm when you think about your future, a quiet moment of clarity during your day, or a profound inner knowing that your waiting season has fulfilled its purpose. That moment of realization will be your inner confirmation. Not because every detail of life has become instantly perfect, but because you finally feel grounded enough to trust the path beneath your feet. Do not try to rush this process or force the timing. Let the story unfold naturally with graceful precision. When something is truly aligned for your life, you will never need to manipulate circumstances to keep it. You will not need to beg for basic communication, decode confusing behavior, or compete with strangers for genuine attention. Real love moves with effortless consistency. It does not demand that you lose your self-respect in order to keep the relationship alive. It honors your dignity at every single step. As your paths join, you may find yourselves stepping into new experiences and broader horizons together. You may travel to places you once only dreamed of, enter new professional or creative spheres, and build a life of shared abundance. But amidst all the external blessings, you will continuously return to the quiet truth that the greatest gift is the bond itself. The highest luxury will always be waking up beside someone who knows your spirit completely. The greatest wealth will be the absolute trust you share. The greatest achievement will be looking back together at the road you walked and recognizing that every single delay, every closed door, and every heartbreak was quietly guiding you toward this profound partnership. So if you have been feeling that something major is taking place, release your anxiety and settle into deep peace. Prepare yourself internally, not with desperate searching, but with quiet readiness. Cleanse your heart of old resentments that belong to chapters already closed. Stop looking back at the people who willingly chose to leave your life. Stop trying to persuade past relationships to see the value you carried all along. Your future requires your presence, not your nostalgia. Somewhere right now, the person who made this monumental choice is moving through their day with a newfound sense of purpose. They are completing their own preparations, closing their own old chapters, and stepping into the maturity required to hold space for a love like yours. You are both walking toward the exact same point of intersection. And when you finally meet, you will look into their eyes and understand with total clarity why every other door had to be closed, why every previous attempt failed, and why the timing had to be precisely as it is. Do not be intimidated by the depth of what is coming. When someone chooses you from a place of genuine character, they will never use their power to make you feel small. They will not demand that you sacrifice your essence to fit into their world. A healthy union creates true harmony, not hierarchy. You bring your own unique value to this partnership, your resilience, your wisdom, your humor, your integrity, and your capacity to love deeply. Never forget that these qualities are far more valuable than anything the material world can offer. And when they stand before you and show you through steady, unprompted actions that they choose you every single day, allow yourself to receive it. Observe how they treat you when the world is not watching. Observe how they handle moments of disagreement, how they protect your peace, and how their actions continuously honor their words. Because the true mark of a soulmate is not a dramatic entrance, but a steady presence whose character remains valuable even in the quietest, most ordinary moments of life. Perhaps you spent years wondering when your true story would finally begin. Perhaps you watched others find their partners while you waited quietly in the background, questioning if you were somehow forgotten by destiny. But you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. You were being taught how to stand in your own power, how to discern real substance from superficial glitter, and how to guard your heart until someone arrived who was worthy of entering it. Every disappointment was refining your wisdom, and every delay was ensuring that you would not settle for anything less than absolute alignment. So stand tall and take a deep breath. Focus fully on the life you are building today. Nurture your spirit, pursue your highest goals, and cultivate your own joy. Walk into every room with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth is already settled. Laugh again without restraint. Dream without fear. Love your life so deeply today that anyone who enters it must be a true blessing to be welcomed into your space. The most magnetic version of you is not the person searching for love out of lack, but the person who rests in self-respect and refuses to compromise their dignity. When this person enters your life and the full picture of their major choice becomes clear, you will see that their decision was the answer to a quiet prayer you both held for years. Their character will be what sustains you. Their loyalty will be what grounds you. And the way they treasure you in the plainest, most unglamorous moments will reveal everything you need to know about the depth of their love. One day soon, you will sit beside this person in quiet contentment, looking back at the version of yourself who once shed tears over people who could not see your value. You will remember the quiet nights when you wondered if love would ever feel safe, peaceful, and consistent. And you will smile with deep gratitude, because you will finally understand that the delay was never a denial, it was the quiet preparation for an extraordinary life built together. My beloved child, remain open, but remain wise. Keep your hope strong, but keep your standards unshakable. Believe in the promise of love, but let consistent action be the only language you trust. When this person arrives, do not worship the outcome, honor the shared character that made it possible. Stand complete in your own value, and let their steady presence confirm what your spirit has known all along. Breathe. Release the past. Stop trying to control what is naturally meant to find you. Make room for a love that arrives with clarity, respect, and deep peace. The person coming toward you will never leave you guessing where you stand. They will show you, through every word and every choice, why you never should have doubted your worth. Stand tall. Keep your heart open and your spirit peaceful. Because the greatest love story of your life is not about being rescued, it is about two complete souls, having both made the choice for truth, meeting at the perfect moment to build something extraordinary together. And when that day comes, you will look into their eyes and whisper with quiet certainty, "Now I understand why it took so long." Your story is not over. In so many beautiful ways, it is only just beginning.